I hated school. I really hated school. I hated school generally, right? Because it was this instruction following thing. Now, I bet you it's probably also because I wasn't good at it. I mean, I suspect I wasn't good at it. Maybe to some extent it was that, yes, I wanted to pursue the understanding. I always liked the understanding. But I think I was just built that way, right? So some people, it sticks. And some people, like I've got a great conceptual memory and a terrible rote memory. So if I have a story, I could tell you year by year kind of what happened within a story, within a context. But if I was to go into, like a memory-based learning, it's terrible. I have a terrible rote memory. My situation was I did terribly in high school. I hated high school. I just wouldn't study. I would remember that, my mother would send me to my room and say, "You have to study," and I wouldn't study. I would refuse. I'd do anything. I would be alone in the room. I'd find something to think about or do, and I wouldn't study. And I did terrible in high school, and I barely got into a college that C.W. Post College, which people, it was just it was a great college for me at the time. And it was only then that I could begin to pick my courses. So then I began to pick things that were interesting to me. And then it was exciting. I loved it, right? And you had the free time. Like college, other school, most of the time, you go in a certain time, the bell rings, you go to the next class, it's packed in. In college, there was freedom. I always loved freedom. I remember when I got my car or whatever it would be, anything that brought me freedom, I loved. And so college allowed me freedom, the freedom to choose the subjects largely that I was interested in, the freedom of time. And so I did very well in college. And then I went to Harvard Business School.